You know, an important question that I often get asked by people commenting on my channel is, can I finish the edTPA in a month? I'm in a hurry, I need to get this done, what have you. And here's my recommendation. I really recommend my own video course, and I'm not a big person to sell my own products, but I say this because I think that it will help you finish the edTPA on schedule, and it'll help you keep track in a couple of important ways. First of all, it's going to eliminate your questions and the ambiguity of the language and the specific evidence they're looking for. As I said, you'll stay on schedule because my videos run about 15 to 30 minutes each, and there's a draft document in there. So I recommend that you spend about an hour a day on it, no more, and do each rubric in 2 sessions. So right there you have 30 days or a month of effort. And I really suggest that you don't spend more than an hour a day on it, because I don't want you to burn out. I want you to be fresh for the next session. Another reason is because you don't have to worry about what comes next. Are you having all the details of this complex portfolio project in mind? Do you know what to anticipate, what's coming, like what you have, like all that stuff whirls in people's heads. But you don't need to worry about it, because when you're on that rubric, I'll tell you what you need, and I'll tell you how it relates to other rubrics, so you can just relax and be on the rubric that you're on. That's actually really important. Another thing I would say, if you're working fast, is to sort of bank points in your easier rubrics. So what do I mean by that? Rubric 11 is an especially difficult rubric to do, for instance. There's just a lot of analysis required, a lot of detail, and, get a 2 on that one. Do a minimal effort on that one. But like some of the ones that are easier, anything 1 through 5, which is based on your lesson plans, you can write in, it doesn't matter what your lesson plans actually said, by the way, you can put in what you need and iterate backwards into your lesson plans. None of this shows up on camera. It's just in your phase 2 project. So you have the most control over content there, and you should bank the most points there. And then the places where you might not have gathered evidence on that thing, for instance, in task 2, you filmed you and your student, and there's some things that you missed that you didn't film because, for one thing, there's limitations on how many film clips you can put in. So you'll have those points there. And remember, even if you didn't get like a 15 passing score on one task, if overall your portfolio has all the points that you need, you're good. So if you get a lot in task 1, task 2 is barely there, or task 3 is barely there, but you still overall have enough points, you're going to pass. So that's where I say, if you're going to go fast, make sure as you finish each rubric, you kind of give yourself a guesstimate on how many points did I get here? Did I answer 4 specifically in as much detail as they wanted to in this task? That would be a score of 4 on any rubric. Did I answer very generally? That's going to be, but specifically, that's going to be a 3. And I tell you how I break these point structures down for you in each video, so that you'll actually be able to do a good estimate. And 2 is fairly easy to get, so that is a score you could probably give yourself no matter what. But I'm just saying that you should estimate, so that at the end of each task, at the end of each rubric, estimate the score that you think you were able to get based on the evidence that you have. By the way, again, as I said, you might not have the evidence there. There's no way you can pop that score higher, except especially in task 2 and task 1, sometimes you can go back and put it in. And then at the end of each task, see how many points you have. If you feel like you've banked a lot of points, you can relax a little bit in the next task. And if you feel like you needed to earn some more, you can go and pick and choose which rubric were easiest for you to answer and go work a little bit harder on that rubric. So go for low-hanging fruit. Try to get the highest points on the questions that are easiest for you to answer, and the ones that you understand the best and have the most evidence for. And then that's it. Don't try to overly worry about each answer, and don't, because this is where the anxiety kicks in, and the avoidance and the confusion and the frustration with this whole project. So as you can answer clearly and you have the evidence, do that. Where you can't put question marks, maybe come back to that. Go ahead and keep answering what's easy. Go for that low-hanging fruit, and then come back and do some of the ones that are next most easy for you to perform, that you have the evidence for. And then, keep an eye on the score that you're banking as you go along. And then, when you get to one that you're like, a 2 is fine here, go ahead and do that. So I hope this helps. I'll have all the information to the course in the description below. So if you are one of those people that really wants to get it done quickly, that would be my best advice to you to get that done. Hope this helps.